Members of the Omaha Public School Board voted unanimously to adopt new sex ed standards for the first time in 30 years. The new human growth and development curriculum will help students be more prepared for sex and dating by addressing topics such as abortion, sexual orientation, and gender identity. Now, Nick, this is a huge step for Omaha. You know, it's primarily in a red state. They tend to be a little more liberal in their choices and decision making, but a lot of people were really upset that they're going to adopt these new standards.
Yeah, 30 years you said. It's about time. So I guess it really is like the movies when you see like kids in the sex ed class and they're sitting there and there's like the projector in that old ass outdated sex ed movie. This is a boob. Glad to see them change it. It's about time. And you know, we see a rise in STDs all across the country, specifically in certain states. But I'm glad to see them, you know, attribute these facts to the fact that there's not enough information being out there and we need to change the way that we're teaching our kids about sexual education. Very important because, you know, you see that in the more conservative states, they might attribute to other things. They might say, well, teaching kids about sex isn't good because then they're going to be sinners and we're all going to have pregnant kids running around. No, kids are going to do what they're going to do no matter what. Sex ed being there or not being there is not going to stop them from having sex. It's just going to make the difference as to whether or not they're going to wear condoms or not, for example.
It's really important because the STD rate in Omaha is twice the national average. And so a lot of times when people have these conversations, oh, there's a spike in teen sex and there's more STDs, people want to say, oh, well, we need to teach an abstinence only sort of thing because teaching kids not to have sex is the way to do it. But I think, you know, to your point, it's really important that the school board said, you know what, we're going to acknowledge that there is a problem, and it's because our students are underprepared for this. The Omaha Public School vice president had this to say about the issue. She said, I have no agenda other than what's best for the 52,000 students. Whether or not I'm reelected doesn't matter to me. Some of this goes against my own beliefs, but sometimes we have to take a step back and look at what's best for all. And in this situation, 52,000 students, they're sexually active. This new program will start in the 6th grade, teaching kids about sexuality, gender identity. And it's important because up until this point, when students had questions about things that were outside the scope of abstinence, they had to raise their hand and then the teacher would direct them to go talk to a school counselor. Right. And if you're a curious kid or you're, you know, going through puberty, you're having some issues, who wants to go talk to a counselor about, you know?
That's just awkward.
It's very awkward.
Right. So I think that's good. And I hope to see other states, mainly conservative ones, you know, see this as a good thing and kind of follow suit.
Well, the Omaha Public School District doing something very progressive, overhauling their entire sexual education program. Kudos to you.